Japan has become one of the most sought-after travel destinations in the world. Each year, millions of people from all over the globe flock to this incredible country, drawn by its fascinating mix of ancient traditions and cutting-edge modern technology. In fact, it is estimated that Japan had nearly 37 million international visitors in the year 2024 alone. From the vibrant streets of Tokyo to the tranquil temples of Kyoto, Japan offers something for every type of traveler. But before you pack your bags, there are a few things that I wish I knew before I went. So stay tuned, because in today's video, I'm sharing my top tips on everything from cultural etiquette to navigating the metro system in order to help you make the most of your trip in Japan. Luckily, on my trip to Japan, one of my good friends, Lexi, she did pretty much all the planning for the trip, and I really appreciate that, and it made me think that I need to do a video for people who plan to go to Japan, and maybe they're not from Asia, they don't know the Asian culture. The culture in Japan is very different, and I noticed it right away. For example, we always went to this coffee shop by the hotel, really nice people, really great coffee, and every day we'd get the coffee to go, but before we go, we would just sit and chat. And one day we were there, we got it to go, and I guess it was kind of busy. The workers were like, you need to leave. You got your coffee to go. And it's because they wanted their new customers to sit and enjoy the coffee. I guess that's a way that they show they follow the rules. So if you want your coffee to go, get it to go. If you want to sit and enjoy your coffee, do not get it to go, because they probably will kick you out. They really do follow the rules, you guys. And this was something like I only see in Japan, and sometimes I was also like, wow. Even when we were in the metro, I remember it was like rush hour. It was completely silent in the metro, but I was whispering and not being loud because I was like, why is it so quiet? But this is something about their culture. First thing I would say, maybe you guys have heard before, is that the hotels in Japan, specifically Tokyo, are very small, so pack lightly. Hi, welcome to Tokyo. Let's see my hotel. So as you enter, you're gonna see we have this lovely vanity. The hallway of the room and the kitchen is quite small, but no worries. We eat outside. Smart TV. I have the best bed because I have a hallway to my bed. I can walk, and I have an aisle. This is Paige, my friend, and she sleeps next to the triple twin bed, Lexi's bed. I did not pack lightly, so my first tip is pack lightly, just so you can have enough space in your hotel room. The second thing is transportation. So how are you going to get around in Japan? If you want to take cabs, you can use Uber, or you can use the app in Japan, which is commonly used, which is called Taxi Go. If you want to save some money, you don't want to get cabs all the time, then you should really try the public transportation system. I really enjoy using the metros whenever I travel. Once you get used to them in one area, it's kind of similar no matter where you go. However, in Japan, there were some things that were really confusing. Now, in Japan, there are 5 different types of transportation cards, but luckily, no matter where you go in Japan, you can use these cards in all the areas since they're all compatible. If you guys want to buy the physical card, just note that you cannot get it at one of the machines. You need to check on this link, and it is called The Ultimate Guide to Suica Cards, and it also tells you where you're going in Japan and which card to get and how you can obtain it. Now, to get the Suica card, you have to register, and they want your name and all this stuff, and then you pay a 500 fee when you get it. But when you leave, you can also return it, and you will get back 220 Japanese yen. You can also use these cards at convenience stores or vending machines to buy some snacks or drinks. If you're going to go to Japan and you plan to do more than one city, when I was there I did Tokyo and then I did one day in Kyoto. I suggest you guys use the speed trains. If you want to use the speed trains, I will put the link to the official website below in my information under this video. You guys can go to this website and you can buy your speed train before your trip. That way you know for sure it's not sold out. If you're going to take the speed train from Tokyo, I would suggest try to arrive at least 20 minutes before your train, or 30. This station is in that huge metro system in Tokyo where you also buy your metro card. And you guys, it is gigantic. I'm not kidding you. It's confusing, so you don't want to miss your train. Trains are also kind of expensive. When I take a train in China, if I'm doing an hour train, it's like 80 RMB, which is like $10-15. But in Japan, I paid 150 for there and back, 75 USD. So it's much more expensive. It's not worth it to miss your train. Make sure you get to your train on time. Just some things to be aware of about the Japanese culture that I didn't know, and I guess it was like a bit of a culture shock to me. So the first thing is that Japanese people, they really emphasize being clean and being tidy. So how do you see this in their day-to-day life? Well, you're going to notice, especially in Tokyo, even the metros, there's no public trash cans. Why? Well, apparently, if you look it up online, they'll say like many years ago in 1995, there was some type of gas attack inside the metro station that happened because they had trash bins. But if you read more about it, Japanese people say, no, that's not why. They just respect being clean and they don't want to make their country dirty. They try to limit their trash waste and they don't litter at all. Like, it is so clean. And you will actually see people carrying around their trash in plastic bags. Be aware of this when you're there, just so you know, like if you are a person who uses a lot of trash, uses a lot of plastic, have your own bag with you so you can carry it around. Especially don't litter. I think it's probably illegal and it's super rude. Also, if you're someone who likes to buy little snacks and eat all the time, maybe it's better you don't do that. Just sit at a restaurant where when you're done, you don't have trash. But that is something to be aware of. It took us many days to discover why this was. I actually Googled it while we were there, because we were always carrying our trash. And even in Kyoto, we went to the food market. There was no place to put our garbage after we ate at the food market. I bought a plastic bag for us to put our trash inside, and then we held it until later in the day when we found a bin to put our garbage in. So that's something unique to Japan, and you guys should be aware of it. Make sure you have a plastic bag for your trash. Along with their emphasis on being clean, you will also notice this in their bathrooms. And this is amazing. I did not want to leave Japan because about 95% of their toilets all have bidets. And I mean public, private, they all have bidets. They have the sound system. If you don't want people to hear what you're doing, you click. Sometimes it's light rain, sometimes it's birds and nature. It has heated seats. And I was comparing this to the squatters in China. And I was like, what the hell? If Japan can have these amazing clean even the US, you guys, I was in San Diego not too long ago. Public bathrooms were disgusting. Come on, if Japan can have toilets like this everywhere else, to be able to have clean bathrooms with toilet paper. I really enjoyed the toilets. Nice surprise. And you guys, if you've never used a bidet before, use it in Japan. You deserve it. Another cultural thing to know is, yes, they're clean, and they're also very polite. So some Japanese you should learn before is excuse me, sumimasen, and also thank you, arigato or arigato gozaimasu. So learn that Japanese, bow your head once in a while. And actually, even if you didn't learn arigato, by the end of your time in Japan, you will probably know it because everyone says thank you. They say, the metro says thank you. When people see you, when you leave, they say thank you. And something I really want to say, you guys, which I've said before in my videos when I'm in the US, is how Americans are very polite. Americans say, excuse me, please, thank you. They open the door for you. And many people are like, oh, Americans are fake. They try so hard. Why, you guys, do you think Americans are fake? When this is something very similar to the Japanese culture. I can say this because I am American. Yeah, why do you guys think Japanese people are polite and then you say Americans are fake? You can't say that. Either Japanese are also fake or the Americans are also polite. We need to stop this American hate. Yes, this bothers me. I talked about it in my other videos. It really doesn't make sense, you guys. If you don't agree, I don't care. I had to say it. Also, do not tip when you're in Japan. It's not a culture where you tip. If you think the service was really amazing, you can tip, but it's not a tipping culture. The culture of Japan, people really follow the rules. You will see this in lines. It's really rude to skip in lines. Also, wait quietly. The Japanese people, they are very quiet. They like silence. So don't be too loud and obnoxious. Just be respectful. If you want to get money, you can always get money at the ATMs. Be sure to let your bank know you're going to Japan before, and it shouldn't be a problem. My last thing, even if you have cash or not, you will notice that Japan is a super advanced culture. I'm serious. I live in China. I see lots of robots. Even on Instagram, maybe you see the dog robots. But I felt like in Japan, I was in the future. Just for example, I went to a robot show. There was all these robot floats. So the fact that they have a robot show just kind of shows how advanced they are. When I was at the train station, use coins, but then this machine makes your coffee. It was really cool because they made the coffee, but you could watch it all on screen at the same time. If you go in the 7-Eleven, machine will make the smoothie for you. And even sometimes you go to restaurants, there are many places where you order without even talking to the server or seeing the server. One of the sushi places we went to, it was all ordering on a screen. And even when we got the table, we never talked to the server. It gives you a number, you find the number, you sit there, order on the screen. The sushi arrived on a conveyor belt. We never saw the cooks, but that was the first place I went to, and I was kind of like, wow, we didn't talk to anyone at all. And then another example of this is we went to get noodles, and here's another thing how they follow the rules. We couldn't enter until we had our receipt. They were like, you can't enter until you pay for your food. Outside, there is the menu. You put your coins or your money in before. You choose what you want. It gives you the slip, and then you go inside. For this, we did talk to the waiter because we got ramen. They were like, do you want your ramen spicy? Do you want it creamy? So you can customize it a little bit. But with the sushi, I didn't have this option. Yeah, Japan is very advanced in this way. I thought this was really fun and unique. And yeah, I think Japan is great. It was really fun. I saw a lot of things that I feel like I never seen before. And that's something I love about traveling. I love when I'm surprised. It just, expands my mind and it reminds me that no, I don't know everything, you know. I travel a lot. Sometimes I like to think like I know it all, but I don't. And I really enjoyed Japan, so it was super fun. When you travel, I think it's really important to know your, not expectations, know the reason of why you're traveling. What is it you want to see? I went to Japan because it was somewhere I've always wanted to go. I haven't been yet. I finally went to Harajuku. I did the tea ceremony, which I'll show in my videos soon. And when I was younger, I loved Gwen Stefani, and she had this song, Harajuku Girls, dun, 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 dun. Girls. So I think it was always my dream to go to Japan just because I really loved Gwen Stefani. And I'm so glad that I got to go with my friend Lexi, who also loved Gwen Stefani. And then my friend Paige, she also met us. So my reason for going to Japan was just that. It was just like I wanted to go. I wanted to see it for myself. And I loved it. But of course, like if you love anime or if you like skiing, if you like the beach, if you like dancing, bachata in Fukuoka. So there's a city in Japan. I think they have like a nice dance culture. Now I want to go to Fukuoka because I really enjoy bachata and dancing. Yeah, if you guys follow my Instagram, you probably see it a lot. I think, my advice, know your reasons why you're going. Do a little bit of research. So 1, you enjoy your trip. 2, you respect the culture. And 3, you're prepared. Because when you travel, there's always going to be some kind of, language barriers. Japan, they don't speak much English at all. I was really surprised by that. There's cultural differences, and language and cultural differences can make, normal problems even more stressful or overwhelming. So I just suggest you guys do a little bit of research before your trip so you can really enjoy it. And yeah, that's my advice on tips I wish I knew before I went to Japan. Also, some of the tips I'm sharing here is to help you guys, and it's also some stuff that Lexi researched before. So in the comments below, you guys, leave other tips you guys can suggest if you've been to Japan, or if you are Japanese, what are some things that people should know ahead of time? And if you've been to Japan, how was it? Did you enjoy it? My boss was there like after I left, and she told me she loves Japan. She said it's her favorite place she's been. She said every city in Japan has like a different feel to it. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I will be traveling a bit this year, and I'm going to have many more videos come out on Japan, also some in China, we'll see. But thank you guys for sticking with me. I'm a little bit sick, so I apologize if my voice is kind of raspy. And yeah, take care, you guys. So thank you so much. Drink water, stay warm. Ciao, ciao.